Hello and welcome to A Black Voice in America. Now, we're about to have a nice little conversation here, a little truth. Now, I ran across a document that our government had up until 1970, and I'm pretty sure it's still in effect today, to wipe out all minorities, all blacks. Even in FBI, CIA, and the government, they always in collusion with other parts of the world that was on some Hitler shit. Now, the Nazis, about 400 of them, scientists, they came to America. Yes, the United States of America, and they blended into the government. At this time, blacks were still, fighting for rights in 1970. We were still fighting for a little bit of freedom, just getting over, 25% of human shit. Now, you talk freedom, equality. When the slaves were released into your so-called America, they weren't given freedom. They weren't given equality. They was given 25% of human. That's what they were given. And it was given to the back of the bus. Drink out the different fountain. You're not a whole human. And all this other crazy nonsense. Allowed to kill our kids, rape our daughters and children, and men and boys. And then you act like this is a fair country. I'm 54 years old. And before you open your damn mouth, let me give you a little explanation. Yeah, I'm homeless, but I live with family and they have a nice house. That's the first thing. Second thing is I wasn't worried about for the last 20 years running the streets. You know why? I had a little boy to raise. I had him at 3 months old. My daughter I still had to support. Now, my daughter's in college and married. My son, from 3 months old, he 20 in college. You know, still doing his thing. But you call us evil because of the color of our skin and we can't do A, B, C, and D. I'm poor and I just put two kids in college. My only two. I ain't give a fuck about me having a house. Couldn't afford it anyway. You pay rent, the insurance and everything else. You buy the bitch like 10 times over. You don't get no land. I'd rather have my 40 acres and a mule back in the day. But that was a little too much for y'all to pay. Now it's in the millions, y'all can't afford it. So y'all like, fuck that, we need to implement this plan. First we get rid of the Mexicans, then we get rid of all the foreigners, then we force the white people that's here to go along with our Hitler plan. That's their plan. And the Jews are the ones with the dark skin. Yeah, you. Wake up. This ain't no joke and this ain't no damn dream. Most of the stuff you can find online before they scrub it. All you gotta do is look at their little secret files that they Freedom of Information Act for Trump get rid of it. He's not in charge, MAGA. Musk is. And you need to read that little file because you want a hit list too. They don't want no little mercenary groups and little so-called Nazi little running around after they take over. They're going to do us first and they're going to come after you. Then the rest of y'all going to be the slaves, but y'all going to be white because they want to go after other nations. Y'all better pay attention. What's going on? Why you think Trump not attacking? He's not attacking our enemies. He attacking our so-called enemies because Russia's not my enemy. I don't know nothing about Russia. I'm mad what they're doing with Ukraine, but that's not my enemy. They're not doing it to me. I'd be lying to say that. I'm upset what they're doing, and I don't think it's right. But our leaders is in control of that. Now, what's going on in America right now don't have to be going on. I don't see how MAGA blames Biden. When Trump had a term, you see what he told you, drink bleach. This is a president telling you to drink bleach when a pandemic hit. He don't want to pay for you, but he want to pay for the rich. How is the rich helping you by firing your ass? How is the rich helping you by not giving you a raise? How is minimum wage in 2025 $7.50? How was a slave ever a raise? I mean, think about that one. Second of all, our communities. When we walk around, we got police around 24/7. So we being watched. We get shot and forgot. That's why we not marching right now. Why march? If we mix up with y'all crowd, they start shooting. And then they'll blame the blacks. Oh, it's the black fault. They out here doing this. They out here lying and shit. That's what y'all do. And then y'all look at us like, oh, they committing all the crimes. They doing this. Really? When y'all walk into a church with a shotgun or a machine gun, when y'all threaten the FBI members, when y'all attack your own capital, January 6th should have showed you right there. Like, these are heroes? They're attacking the Capitol? And when Trump become president, what do he do? The first thing he do is send a memo out and say, oh, Black Lives Matter did it. Y'all just a joke. Y'all think we not going to... First of all, I'm going to give you a little clue. Y'all all call yourself Christians. Read your Bible. Bronze feet, wool hair. Then show me a white man that has bronze feet and wool hair. But you hate black people. Just give me one reason why you hate black people. What do we do to you? I don't even know y'all. I don't hate no white person. I don't hate no religion, no color. Why? I mean, just think about it. Why would I spend my life hating you and I don't even know you? The government tell you who they hate. They tell you who they hate. They tell you who to praise. Look at the back of a dollar bill. You see that little eye that's watching you? That's that little secret government you've been looking for. But the difference is this. He's standing right now inside the motherfucking White House. And he's not Trump. His name Musk. The richest man on the planet. It is easier to get a camel through the eye of a needle than it is to get a rich man into heaven. Yet MAGA, who claims Christ, or whatever Christ they want to claim, they claim that, God is who they doing all this shit for and all this other stuff like that, but they taking out the poor mouth. They running with the rich on the planet. Who's telling you he's going to attack your allies, the ones that was keeping you safe all these years after we took all their weapons after World War II? Y'all don't remember that? Oh, how come y'all don't know y'all own history? And then when y'all learn it, y'all just ignore it like it was a show or a TV movie that you watched. I could go on, but on some real shit, it's just a waste of time. This is for my black brothers and sisters out there. Pay attention. Because a lot of us don't watch the news. A lot of us into sports and a whole bunch of other distractions, not even thinking about what's going on in this world. And I'm not talking about in America. I'm talking about all around the globe. It's a race war that's been going on since the beginning of time. Mexicans, they just love their people and they just, been taught, some evil things about black people that's false. Just like every other culture. But they don't really show racism. They can blend with you. Same with every other culture. There's only one culture that got a small percentage in it that tricks the other MAGA and a bunch of other people thinking, oh, you know what? We are better than other people. Why? What makes you better than other people? I'm just confused. What makes you better than me? What makes you better than another person? You don't know nothing about me and my life. I can give you my life in America. Yeah, I was bit by police. I was beaten up by police. I couldn't get a lawyer to take the case. And then when I finally did get a lawyer, he was like 1,000, 2,000. I mean, think about that. My hospital bill, my therapy bill. I said I was bitten by police. What does it take for police to bite you and then you to get found out innocent? I said, because I didn't do anything. But that don't matter in America. It's just like, oh, he lying, he black. He must have did something. What? Why? I just told you my life. I raised 2 kids. I'm 54 years old. My son is 20. He's getting out of college. The last 20 years I spent in a house, working when I could and when I couldn't, taking care of my kids. So you explain to me, as a black American, how are we equal? How do we get the same treatments? Every time I got to a job, the last job I worked at was Woodstock Mutual Homes as a maintenance technician. Signed the contract. When I first started, I worked for free just to get food stamps. Food stamps. Then once I got the job, after a couple of months, making, I think it was $10 an hour, $11 an hour, they took their food stamps. You feel me? But I still had to pay for a place to live. I pay rent. I pay for food. I had to pay for car fare. I had to make sure the car got back and forth because I was on call. And my job duties was just grounds at first. In a couple of years, I worked my way up to a maintenance tech. But they didn't want to give me the full title of maintenance tech because you had to pay for that. I had to work my way up for, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. But I did the job. Yeah. Hot water tanks wasn't certified. Took them out, put them in. Stoves wasn't certified. Took them out, put them in. Cleaned the grounds. Put together whole apartments. Water, whatever the emergency call was, somebody locked out, flood, whatever it was. About my bed down there. Get home from work, go ahead to go back, go back. Anything that the job required. Because I needed the damn job. But when they fired most of the staff and all the work was left on me and they brought one other person in who didn't want to do no work, he thought I was going to keep doing it. I fell back to my contract. Light maintenance duties and changing light bulbs. Still came in on call. But I said I'm not doing no more of that stuff because it's not in my contract. They said, okay, we don't need you no more. try to deny me unemployment. The unemployment place don't say, first of all, they try to act like I wasn't doing that, but I kept all my records, stuff like pictures, online me working on whole units, the OSHA letter they had got that caused everybody else to quit or get fired. That left me the only employee that was doing work. I ain't talking about the secretary. I ain't talking about the boss that's sitting in the back office running her boyfriend's house once in a blue. I'm not talking about them people. I'm talking about the one man that's running around handling the work of almost 200 units by himself. But when I get fired, what I do? Can't get a lawyer. He ain't gonna do nothing for me. Who I talk to? OSHA? They ain't doing nothing for the rest of the people that had lost their jobs at the same site. So why would I think I'm gonna get some help from this country? So now when they say, "Oh, why black people ain't marching?" Fuck, we gonna get out there and march for so we can get shot. How about Black Lives Matter? Remember Trump wanted to hold the Bible upside down? Trump created a Bible and put himself in it as a God, and you sit there and claim it. Put his country in there. Like they the best thing on the planet. Like God didn't create nothing else. I mean, really, like y'all ain't changed at all. You can think you say, you can think you know God and all that stuff like that. I'm gonna let you one over thing. He's not white. He's not black. He's not no color. Doesn't have a color. He created everything that's in the universe. Even the one that you praise as God. A God don't have to be jealous. A God don't have to destroy. A God don't have to kill. Man does that. And he do a good job at it. But believing in God is one thing he don't even think about. He think about trying to survive. How to get through tomorrow. How to take care of your kids. We like to go to church and say, "Oh yeah, God, 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 God." Yeah, but Jesus, he said, "Don't be of this world. Don't be in this world, because this world is full of evil." But yet, we ignore and we come in this world. We do things and we hear things, but then we worry about what we got to do tomorrow. We don't think about the bigger picture. One thing I will tell you that Republicans did a long time ago when they lost the Civil War, they thought about the bigger picture. Then they started putting it into government. Then they start acting like you're free by making inflation, allowing companies to take over. Didn't care about your color, because in the long run, it ain't about your color. It's about white power, period. And you can believe what you want to believe. This is a Black Voice in America. Y'all have a nice day.